Good evening, everyone. Today's Friday the 13th, 2015, and we have quite a storm our way for tomorrow and tomorrow night. This storm right now is nothing more than a harmless low pressure system just to the northeast of Lake Superior. The reason this low is going to bring us such stormy weather and not go to the northeast as it usually does is because of this blocking low right here, and you have a high pressure system to the north and east. And you have a high pressure system to the north and west. That high pressure system to the north and west and that low pressure system to the north and east is forcing the storm to go downward instead of northeastward. Because this high pressure system to the northeast and this one to the southwest is forcing this storm to go southeastward. Because, a high pressure system rotates counterclockwise. Because a high pressure system rotates clockwise, in a clockwise motion, it's forcing the storm to go southeastward instead of northeastward or even retrograde to the northwest, which is rare and unusual, but it's not unheard of. This is the track clipper systems take. However, clipper systems are typically further to the west. And they usually go down into the Mid-Ohio Valley, then they turn northeastward. And actually, the big snowstorm that gave Boston 3 feet of snow actually was a clipper system that transitioned into a nor'easter just last week, and that was dubbed Winter Storm. That storm was dubbed Winter Storm Juno. Gave Boston over 3 feet of snow. However, we were also forecasted to get 3 feet. I didn't really believe it. I forecasted 12 to 18 on my last forecast, but we got about 10 inches of snow. So even my underestimation ended up being too much. So here's a track of the storm for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. However, New York City is not going to get a lot from this, maybe just a couple inches. Because it's going to, bomb out way too far to the east to give New York City anything significant. See, it's going to bypass New York City. It's going to give Boston quite a bit of snow. However, the NAM here is underplaying the precipitation a lot. So New York City will probably get about 2 to 4 inches snow. And the storm for Tuesday, according to the NAM, is going to go out to sea. We have a new run coming in right now. Over this run is showing a little more, the storm being a little bit more robust. That I think is likely because this thing is going to go a little further to the south, which gives it a little more time to strengthen, So, and there could be even a little convection, which means there could be a snow squall that could come through later tomorrow afternoon. And the most likely areas to get the snow squalls will be West Virginia, Western Pennsylvania. You can see this area this is going to be a snow squall that's going to come through. Area of convective weather that's going to come through. There could be some thunder snow embedded with this. Because if you go to 21, you can see there definitely could be thunder and lightning in here tomorrow. So Pittsburgh, be on the lookout. You could get some very strong winds and even some thunder snow. So even this right here, you see this? A little bit of convection. That could also have some thunder snow with it. However, on the convective spectrum, it looks pretty low, so maybe not. But tomorrow afternoon, be on the lookout for thunder snow in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And even in Washington, D.C. area, you could get a little bit of thunder snow, potentially. Or a thunder snow squall. See, they're showing it coming off the Great Lakes. This is actually going to be an Arctic squall, more of associated with the squall, the Arctic front. It's going to rapidly intensify this area of storminess tomorrow. The RAP model is a very high resolution model, and it usually does a very good job in forecasting how the precipitation will unfold. And this is tomorrow afternoon. This is more like early afternoon tomorrow. 18Z usually means about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. They're not showing any convection yet. So maybe it won't be that convective, but... So we could get some thunderstorm because this is along an Arctic front, so you could get a little of orographic lifting, because of the Allegheny Mountains, the Poconos, so you could get some very heavy snowfall rates there. That could give a little bit of potential thunder snow from the uplift. The surf model is showing the winter probabilities, chance of 1 inch or greater snowfall. It seems about 100% in New York City. So yeah, we're definitely going to get at least 2 to 4 inches of snow. 4 inch or greater, it's not as high, but there is a chance of it, especially for the Northeast. And for the New York City area, it looks like we could get about 3 to 5 inches. But Boston is going to get a lot. So, winter probabilities, this is 12-hour mean snowfall. So it looks like northeastern Connecticut could get quite a bit of snow tomorrow. And absolutely parts of New Brunswick could get a ton of snow, a huge amount of snow tomorrow. This is tomorrow afternoon, some more convective snow banding coming through. There's a snow squall. I'll show you right now what a snow squall looks like. This is a regular band of snow. This is not a snow squall. This is a snow squall right here. You can see those features right there. You can see those dark features. That is convective snow banding. That is going to be thunder snow or even snow squalls coming through Washington, D.C. tomorrow. So this is Florida for Chicago. This is showing how it's going to happen. Here's the lake effect snow developing. Here's the Arctic front right here. This is right about where the boundary is. And as soon as the front comes through, you have all that lake effect snow because it's going to be so cold. The moment that comes through, it's going to, the Arctic floodgates will just open up and all that Arctic area is just going to come in. You can see the lakes are warm. They're warmer than surrounding areas. And that's going to create tons of lake effect snow. You can check all this lake effect snow that's going to develop tomorrow. Areas right off the lakes could get potentially a foot or more. Especially with such high snowfall water ratios. Areas especially like Kalamazoo, South Bend, Indiana. Especially areas right on the southeastern part of Lake Michigan could get tons of snow. A foot or more, maybe even 2 feet. And that's why they've issued lake effect snow advisories for these areas. The GFS model is showing a slightly more conservative image for the Northeast, but it's still showing a pretty significant storm. The European model is showing 3 to 6 inches of snow. I mean, look at this. Extremely heavy snow for Boston. That's going to be about 9 a.m. Sunday morning. Very, very heavy snow for Boston. That's going to be 12Z Saturday or Sunday. Very heavy snow. This is going to be extremely heavy snow. This looks like a classic nor'easter. You can see a 974 millibar low. Looks like it came out of the southeast, but actually it's a clipper system. See how it's passed right over New York City? That's why we're not going to get as much snow. If it went to the south like that, we could be talking about a foot or more. But it's going to be right over New York City. So it's going to be in the north and eastern side of the storm that's going to get the most snow. So Tuesday, we're not going to get a lot. Tuesday, Wednesday, I don't think we're going to get a lot. However, from these two storms combined, the storm on Saturday into the Sunday and the storm Tuesday into Wednesday, combined for New York City, I think 4 to 8 inches of snow as of now. That's a preliminary forecast, but I'm thinking 4 to 8. I'm thinking 3 to 5 for the storm Tuesday and 1 to 3 for the storm tomorrow. It's my forecast as of now. So, about 4 to 8 inches. Now, check the NAM model again. See if it's updated yet. I'm going to see if anything convective developed yet. From what I'm seeing right now for the NAM, not so much yet, but that's pretty strong. 982 may not be the 973 that's a GFS forecasted, but that's still pretty strong. The NAM is showing a heavy band of snow that's shown right over New York City. I mean, that is pretty intense. I don't know how much that's going to bring, but it could bring 4 to 8 inches if that's happened exactly the way, the NAM is forecasting it. So, just going to show you what the NAM is showing. So, right after that comes through, the low will leave, and then we'll have to wait for the storm Tuesday into Wednesday. So this is the last run. This is the 18Z. I'm looking at the 12Z. the NAM is showing that the storm will completely miss us for Tuesday, so now we have nothing to worry about, but that's the old run of the NAM. The more updated run is showing something else. So. You see all the heavy precipitation. And you're not going to have this gap because this storm is going to be very strong, so you'll likely have all this being filled in with probably moderate precipitation. So this is very unlikely, this dry slot that the NAM is showing. And I'm thinking that parts of New England could get over a foot of snow, especially Maine and New Brunswick. They could get upwards of 2 feet more. Eastern Massachusetts could get that as well. These areas here are potentially looking upwards of 3 or even 4 feet of snow. This is going to be a very, very dangerous situation, especially for northeastern Maine. They could be looking at 3 feet of snow. Especially the most eastern part of Maine, they could be looking at extremely heavy snowfall rates. That's why I'm going to check eastern Maine right now. Sorry about that. Apparently there's something wrong with these two files. So this is the forecast for Ashland, Maine. Winter storm warning is in effect. You're talking about up to possibly 1.5 feet of snow, because this is about eastern Maine. This is winter storm warning for Maine, 8 to 18 inches. Here's a time we should be looking at, Calais, Maine. That's where I think the 3 foot amounts will occur according to the GFS, or the NAM at least. So Calais, Maine, right there. That's a town we should be looking at. They're probably under a blizzard warning right now. Here's what I was talking about. Probably 2 to 3 feet of snow. 18 to 26 inches of snow. They're probably going to see 3 feet, definitely. 3 feet of snow, no doubt. So New York City, from when I last checked, was under high wind watch this morning. Most likely under a wind advisory now. Because I don't think we're going to get gusts up to over 60, so I think a wind advisory is in effect for the city. Yeah, we're under high wind watch. I think that will be downgraded to a high wind advisory. Total snow accumulations of 4 to 6 inches. I think that's a little overdone, but you know, from what the NAM is forecasting, that is a possibility. There's a chance of a little snow Tuesday. For winter weather advisories in effect, 3 to 7 inches of snow with higher amounts east of the city. I think the city will see 3 to 5, and I think the 7 is a little overdone. Well, thank you for watching and have a great day. Sure.